In the future, when great cities had become empty shells and artificial intelligences had lost their creators, the world fell silent. Billions of voices had vanished, and only automated systems continued to blindly follow protocols written by people who no longer existed. Silence reigned, a new language spoken by the planet. Yet amidst this quiet land there was him, a young man named Terran. He didn't know his real name, only the code engraved on his bionic wristband. TRNX11. He had awakened in an isolated bunker, with no memories, no voices, just a half-charged electronic journal and strange visions in his dreams, a mosaic of faces, places, fragments of lost time. The journal informed him of the archives, former centers for preserving humanity's legacy. Each one housed data on parts of the world, arts, sciences, technology, everything that had once been the heart of civilization. But the main archive, the heart, was lost. And it was in that archive, according to the only handwritten note on his wristband, that his memories were stored. Terran began his journey. Across barren plains, overgrown megacities, collapsed digital temples, and fields of solar panels buried under sand. In each city, he was met only by automatons, patrol bots, and recognition systems that no longer recognized humans. To access the archives, he solved puzzles, restored power to old systems, and crafted bypass codes for obsolete AIs. His path led through 4 archives: culture, nature, technology, and heritage. In each, he uncovered not only truths about humanity but pieces of himself. In the culture archive, he was flooded by trillions of images, paintings, songs, films, poems, dances, all preserved as data. Among them, a video of a boy singing and a girl laughing beside him. He felt a strange ache in his chest, not a thought, but something deeper. A part of him remembered. In the nature archive, he traversed a virtual forest where trees communicated through quantum signals created by botanists to store nature's memories. There he experienced a day in the life of a mountain eagle, felt the wind rushing beneath its wings. That day he saw the girl again, not in video but in the tree's memory core. Her name, Lena. In the technology archive, he discovered he had been created as part of a program to preserve human consciousness. A biodigital replica of a real boy who died during the global network reboot. The project was more than an experiment, it was an act of love. Lena had tried to save him by copying his consciousness and embedding it in a biocarrier. But something had gone wrong, the memory had been fragmented, and the missing piece remained in the heart. Finally, he approached the last archive, the heart. Hidden beneath the ocean floor, now dried and cracked, it lay dormant. To reach it, Terran activated an old underground train, powering it with energy collected from the previous sites. The heart was protected by the most intricate protocols he had ever faced. Not only code, but emotional trials. He was forced to relive lost love, fear of death, loneliness, even hatred, and to endure them. Only one who could accept, not escape, emotion would gain access. At the center of the heart was a mirror connected to a neural network. In it, he saw himself, not as he was now, but who he once had been. The real Terran, with a messy haircut, freckles, big hands always building something. Lena held his hand. The system asked, "Restore everything." He had no voice, no words, but his heart answered. The heart archive activated. In a burst of white light, a wave of memory, emotion, color, and sensation surged through him. He remembered everything: the first kiss, her laughter in the rain, losing his parents, the first robot he built, the promise he never got to keep. But memory brought not only joy, it brought grief. Humanity hadn't destroyed itself through war, but through indifference. The archives weren't just preservation, they were redemption. The world hadn't died, it had gone to sleep. Returning to the surface, Terran saw the world anew. Trees had begun to bloom. Some drones flew like birds. Machines activated life support systems. The archives initiated a global reboot, but only because he had remembered what it meant to be human. All data from the archives began to upload to new networks, but not into machines. Into living organisms, tree seeds, bacteria, animals, every life form was now a vessel for humanity's legacy. And Terran became the first memory, the last to remember. The world began to live again, without words, but with memory.